Welcome to the show for bloody good Kiwis across the country.
Okay, time for Black Bear.
This is Bhuja with Lee Hart and Jason Hoyt.
Yeah, sure is. Great to have your company this Friday afternoon before 5 as always, Lee Hart. It was Lee Hart's Name That Tune, and what a cracker it was, mate, if you don't mind me saying so.
Yeah, thanks, mate. I just really felt we needed to take it back a bit.
Well, it's like I say, I think it's the whole Friday vibe that just lifts you up and gets you in that party sort of mood, and you always play well on a Friday.
And that's the beauty of live radio. You can read the vibe and adjust for it.
Absolutely. Now, we've got Clint on the line. G'day, mate.
G'day, how's it going?
Yeah, very
G'day,
well,
Clint.
Clint. Yourself?
Top of the world, thanks.
Oh, brilliant. Where are you calling from, Clint?
Currently on the Waikato Expressway.
Okay, nice.
Good.
Well, and any plans for the weekend, Clint?
I will no doubt be babysitting because I've been in Auckland for a few days, so my wife will take off, and I've got a bit of football to play as well.
Right,
it
okay,
sounds like
gotcha,
you've got
mate,
an
gotcha.
Action-packed weekend.
She earned herself a bit of a girls' weekend.
Mind you,
What's that,
I'll tell you what, Clint, women get very angry when you say you're babysitting your own kids. Well, that's certainly
true.
been my
I'm being
experience.
I'm being a dad, it would seem. Is that what it is?
That's what they say usually.
Jason, if we could leave chauvinism out of the name that tune.
But now, Clint, let's cut to the chase, my friend. Can you name that tune, Clint?
I can. I think it was More Than a Feeling by Boston.
Oh,
First caller.
oh, bang. You're absolutely right.
Oh, too much.
Good stuff, mate.
What a tune.
Stay on the line, and Tom, our good mate in Studio B, will sort you out, my friend. Have a great weekend.
Good on you, fellas. You too. Cheers.
Thanks, buddy. There you go.
That was wild.
They do get angry if you do that, though. If you say you're babysitting when you're looking after your own kids, never good, Matty. Just for heads up for when you're in that zone. Right? You're a long way away, don't get me wrong.
God, it's so
Daily Bhuja. It's on till 7 p.m. Then Matt's on his own later tonight on Radio Hodaki.
Powderfinger there on Radio Hodaki this Friday afternoon. Now, it's time for the Daily Bhuja Sports Preview. And let me tell you, Lee Hart, we've got the NRL semi-finals, we've got the women's NRL, we've got motorsport, we've got rowing, we've got triathlon, we've got golf, we've got boxing, and we've got MMA.
Okay, that sounds pretty good. Is that it?
Yeah, but should we just focus on the rugby?
Oh, I thought that was it.
Oh, is that the end of the sports preview?
Oh, do you want to drill in a bit on something?
Oh, I thought we could drill into it.
Okay,
Otherwise,
let's
let's
do
put
the
in the
rugby
preview.
then, yeah, sure.
Okay, the All Blacks versus South Africa. Interestingly enough, I was asked to do the national anthem for New Zealand this weekend. Fortunately, I had a thing on, but that would have been a great honour. The first time I've ever been asked.
Yeah, that would have been great.
I had a kids' party to go to.
Yeah.
So that's a bit of a bugger. But the All Black team, Matty, against South Africa. Hit us, please.
Okay, so we've got Carl Tuinakuafi.
Okay, in the team, yeah?
Yeah, good player.
Cody Taylor.
Good.
Yeah, no, I don't know about Cody. I
like
think
Cody. I think he's good.
I think he needs a bit more flexibility.
Owen Franks.
Speak.
100 games last week or 100 test matches. You keep him in there.
Sam Whitelock.
Yeah, got to keep him in.
The Bear, absolutely.
Scott Barrett.
Keep him in.
Keep him in.
I
Great
like Scott.
player.
Liam Squire.
Like Liam. Keep him in.
Great player.
Sam Kane.
Great
Camino,
player. Well,
big fan of this show.
we spoke to him not long ago, so
Sam
we've got to
Kane.
have Sam in
I
there.
like him, put him in, keep him in.
Kieran Reid, captain.
Kieran Reid, captain, all the way, keep him in
Daily
there.
Bhuja, keep him in there.
Aaron Smith.
Keep him in
You
there.
got to keep him in.
Bowden Barrett.
Stay.
Why would
World's
you,
best
you got
number
to keep
10.
him in.
Superstar.
You're not going to change him out. Keep him in.
Superstar.
Look who's back. Ryan Crotty.
Ryan
keep him
Crotty.
in.
Mr.
Best.
Solidity. Mr. Solidity. You can't take Crotty out of the All Blacks.
Best player in the world. Keep
I
him
never
in.
used to like Crotty. I like Crotty now.
Anton Leonard-Brown.
Got to
Well,
keep him
great
in.
player. Flair. He's got great vision. Sets his outsides free.
I'd put
He's
him
got
in.
to stay in.
I'd put him in.
Rico Ioane. Left
Oh,
wing.
Put him in.
Ioane.
He's back, is he? Put
To
him in.
Ioane.
Keep him in.
Keep him in there.
Okay, how about this? Right wing Ben Smith.
Put him
Ben
straight
Smith.
in.
I mean, you could put Ben Smith at tight head prop. You could put Ben Smith at lock.
I don't know
where.
about that.
I don't know where I don't care where Ben Smith plays. He could be in any position in the All Blacks. Keep him in
I
there.
think you're overcooking it,
Oh,
but keep
yeah,
him in.
okay,
at the
keep
wing.
him in there.
A fullback, definitely. Or the midfield, even keep him in.
Fullback, any guesses?
We're going with Barrett.
Which one?
Which one? Well, what do you mean?
Well, it's got to be Scott's in the forwards. Bodie's first five. It's got to be the next Barrett, doesn't it?
Yeah, whose name is...
Geordie Barrett.
Oh, there you go.
Keep him in. So, what do we say of that team? We seem pretty happy with it.
Yeah.
Take us through the reserves if you can. Speak.
Liam Coltman.
Oh, great replacement.
Great
Good
replacement.
energy, good impact on the field.
Keep him in the reserves. Good.
Tim Perry.
Who?
Tim Perry.
Great decision.
Great
Never heard of
player,
him.
Tim Perry.
But what they're doing there is keeping... They're
Changing
keeping it-
over the
yeah,
personnel.
good.
Very good.
Ufa Tuangafasi.
Yeah, got to
Oh,
keep him in.
yeah.
Patrick Tuipulotu.
Certainly.
I'll tell you, be keeping
You've got to
him
keep Tui Pelotu in the mix, I think, because he's got some real strengths and real qualities.
I mean, I don't even need to ask for this one, but Artie Sevilla.
Artie.
Yeah, you got to keep him in.
Yeah, absolutely.
We need to land the Lucy, don't
That
we?
last 20, Artie comes on. Hello.
TJ Perenara.
Yeah, he's playing well at the moment.
I like him. He's TJ.
He's
Big
got
fan of this show too.
He's got a joie de vivre, doesn't he?
This 23 sees Sonny Bill Williams, but I'm pretty sure he's out again.
Sonny Bill,
he's out. Keep him in.
Yeah.
So I'd keep him out if he's not in.
Damien McKenzie.
Oh,
Great
yeah,
player.
keep him in. Impact, he comes in. Second half, doesn't matter where he comes in, but keep him in there.
Darty. He's Darty.
He is.
He'll make a break or two.
Who? McKenzie?
Oh, put money on it.
Bloody oath he will.
So what do we achieve there?
Once he's
That's
on the
pretty
field,
in-depth sport analysis there, I'd say.
7:35 kickoff Westpac Stadium, Wellington
I would
tomorrow.
say that's
I'd
the
keep
most
that time
in-depth.
slot.
That's the most in-depth review we've ever done of a upcoming All
I
Black
certainly
match.
wouldn't be changing the kickoff time.
No,
Not at this
don't, but
stage.
7:30 was it?
What about the opposition?
I
It's
could
South
go
Africa.
I'm not going to go through them as well, are we?
Just
I'm not serious.
No, seriously, they'll be fine.
Bhuja with Lee Hart, Jason Hoyt, and Lobo de Noche, the Night Wolf, on Radio Hodaki.
You two there on Radio Hodaki Friday afternoon. Now, I know, Lee Hart, we've been running a competition for the last couple of weeks.
Yeah.
There'll be some very nervous, very anxious people out there at the moment just waiting for that phone call
And can I just say,
from us, I should say, not for us.
can I just say, if you don't answer the phone, you do not win. We do not ring you back. Is that right?
That is correct.
That's
You've got-
pretty
you've got
much the
one
case,
chance.
mate.
You've got
Yep.
one chance. You could be outside watering the garden. You could be down the road getting some wackachangies. I don't know. But if you miss that phone call, you won't be going to Melbourne.
I don't know if you recall when we first started doing radio, we had that $50,000 cash giveaway.
Yeah.
Remember when we had the winner on the line and we gave that winner a call? They didn't answer their phone.
Yeah.
And just by not answering their phone on one occasion, it turns out they were busy and doing stuff. They lost $50,000
That's right.
cash.
We split that, didn't we?
Yeah, we split it in the end. You know, it was a tragedy because it was a great build up. You know, the $50,000 cash, and they didn't answer their phone, Matty. It was a tragedy for them. But what can you do? What can you do,
Matt?
Matt?
Bogsy going, where the heck did that 50 grand go?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
said, well, it was from a competition. He said, well, no one won it, did they? So it should still be here. All right. So all of a sudden we've got to give the money back.
Yeah.
Back to his office so we can give it to another radio station.
And there is nothing worse than when you take money that theoretically people could argue isn't yours, then you spend it, and then they demand it back.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, how I can't give it back. I've spent the bloody money.
And we're putting it back into the show in a roundabout way anyway.
Well, that's right. I believe you went on a world tour, didn't you, with that $25,000? You went a bit of a... You filmed some moon
Yeah, we
stuff.
just ran through Asia and stuff. But I sort
You
of
came back from that in top, Nick.
and had great ideas for the show.
You had great ideas. You'd experienced the world. You had all these topics to go with. A whole new set of music.
I think the point you were making here is answer your damn phone if we call you, because you could be winning that trip to Melbourne thanks to Air New Zealand and Grab a Seat.
Now, I believe we'll be taking a call a little bit later on from the Minister of Women's Affairs, Lee Hart. She's been getting in contact, and so we'll do that maybe just before 6.
Fantastic.
Oh, he's the White Stripes.
Sure is. Oh, yes. The White Stripes, and here we are, Lee Hart, the big prize.
I'm pretty excited about this. This has been building up for a few weeks now.
It has, man.
And what a prize, of course. You get a chance to go to Melbourne.
Yeah,
Be part of this. What's the official word for it?
The WWE at the MCG, brought to you, of course, by Air New Zealand. Grab a seat. You and a mate get to go to Melbourne, go to the MCG, and it's going to be an amazing night. Let's ring a winner.
Hello, Jason speaking.
G'day, Jason. It's Jason Hoyt and Lee Hart and Lobo de Noche from Radio Hodaki. How you going, buddy?
G'day, guys. I'm going very well.
Now, Jace, you'll recall, of course, that you gave us a call because you wanted to go into the draw to go to the WWE at the MCG. Do you recall that conversation?
Oh, absolutely, I do. In
Yeah.
fact, I had you on a bit because they wanted me to pretend my last name was your last name.
Oh, was that Tom? I knew it was Tom.
Classic gag,
I'll be having
that.
a word with Tom a little bit later on.
Classic gag there.
And if I recall correctly, Jace, you were also a massive wrestling fan.
Oh, a huge fan. The Undertaker's probably my favourite wrestler of all time.
Right. Well, Jace, we've got some very exciting news for you.
You're kidding me.
You're in the second draw. Which,
Damn it!
Jace,
Yes.
you and a mate are going to the WWE at the MCG!
You little beauties!
Oh, yeah! And that is all, my friend. Thanks to Air New Zealand. Grab a seat. How are you feeling?
I'm just a bundle of nerves. I can't even talk.
Oh,
Did we ask you who you're going to take? And if we did, is it the same person?
Well, I asked my wife last night, and she doesn't want to go to the wrestling, so it's going to be the same person. It's going to be my mate for nearly 35 years, Richard, who's also happens to be my boss, so that's cool. So I've got the time off left.
Oh,
oh,
nice.
good work, Jace.
Sounds
Good
like
work.
sounds like your wife's a great sport. Maybe you owe her a dinner or something, before you go. When
I
you get
think
back.
that's probably a good idea.
Hey,
I'll buy her something over there.
brilliant, mate.
That's
nice.
Jason, my friend, enjoy that trip. When you get back, give us a call and tell us how it went, man.
Oh, absolutely, I will.
Good on you, mate.
Thank you guys so much. Thanks, Radio Hell.
Thanks,
You
mate.
guys are brilliant.
Thanks,
Thanks,
mate.
mate.
Bhuja with KFC's Hot Rods. Won't stick around for long.
Radiohead there on Daily Bhuja. Hey, Lee, if you don't, do we have time for a bloody good Kiwi?
A bloody good Kiwi.
Yeah.
On a Friday.
On a Friday, if that's all right with
I
you.
think that's a great idea.
Because I've met a bloody good Kiwi the other day, and I really feel like I need to give him some kudos.
Yeah, no, fair enough.
Good on you, mate. Have we got a sting for bloody good Kiwi, Maddie? I don't know that we do.
Something sort of Kiwiana-ish.
Now, we know that there's a lot of people out there, struggling to feed the families and stuff like that, Lee Hart. There's a lot of suffering going on in that
Yes, there
regard.
is.
And so I had an idea a little while back of starting like a food bank out sort of West Auckland, basically just getting contributions from businesses and from all around the community, so that people that were struggling could come along and get food from this place.
How'd that work? So like an FPOS machine,
No,
food comes out of it.
No. What I did was I got all the sort of community leaders together. And
I can imagine cheese slices coming out of an FPOS machine, but not much else.
No, not out of the FPOS machine. I got all the community leaders together, right? And we discussed the fact of setting up a food bank, I found a site for us
Yep.
in terms of where we could store all the food. I had to put a massive deposit down on it, but that was all good. I struggled with the mortgage for a couple of weeks, but so I put a deposit down on this warehouse. I got all the community leaders together.
Yeah. You
in
pulled
West
them in,
Auckland.
did you?
I just gave them. I called them the mayor. I called everyone around the place and said, "Look, this
You
is."
must have been up late at night doing that kind of stuff on the radio
mate.
show and all.
Mate, I'll tell you what, the radio show actually suffered quite a bit during that time. I don't know if you guys noticed, but I was pretty exhausted coming in every day.
Could have been any time. What time was it?
It was about 3 weeks ago, and so I was calling all these community leaders. We got together, in this place that I'd put a deposit on, which was great. Said, team, we need to, get some businesses contributing here. And they said, that's all good. Do you think we could get some government funding? So I ended up flying down to Wellington and speaking with the ministers down there about getting this food bank running and seeing if we could get some government sort of support. Unfortunately, they weren't able to help in that regard. So I just had to sort of take that on the chin. But anyway, I set up this community hall, and I was thinking to myself, while I'm there, I might as well make it like a social hub. So, I got couches and old sort of video games and old videos and stuff, so people could
You
just...
must have been. Where'd you get those? Must have been.
Oh, mate, I was literally putting it on Facebook, I was putting it on Twitter, I was just putting it up there, and the amount of generosity, and so people were coming in and donating all this stuff. So it's not only a food bank, it's a hub, you know what I mean? And it was amazing. But we were struggling for food. That was the thing. A lot of businesses were
You
saying
can't have a food bank without any food.
without
in it.
any
It's not-
food. But a guy, Terry, came along about a week ago, mate, and he brought along a box of tomatoes. And admittedly, they had expired, but he had no use for them whatsoever. And he said, and he'd driven about, 3.5, 4K to the food bank specifically to go out of his way to drop them off so that he could contribute in some way. He said, Jace, I know it's not much, mate, but, if I can do my bit, then, that's all I can do. So I just want to say to Terry, who brought those in, thank you,
name was
mate.
Terry, was it?
Yeah, his name was Terry. And
At least you got his name.
Well, anyone else who, wants to contribute, they can get in touch through Facebook and stuff like that through the Bhuja page.
So Terry brought some tomatoes. It seems to me like it's a kind of a big story just to bring Terry in at the end, bring in a box of tomatoes. Seemed to me like you were kind of focusing more on the stuff you'd kind of done.
Oh, really?
Up to that. Well,
I
I
didn't
don't know
mean
if that
that.
was intentional.
No, it certainly wasn't intentional. I was just trying to set up the basis of how it all began and stuff. But you say, it was a little thing for Terry to bring in a box of tomatoes. But, mate, the world has changed one grain of sand at a time. Can I say that to you? I might be the beach, but Terry is that grain of sand.
It's beautiful, mate. That's I'm not quite sure what that means, but
that literally makes no sense.
That's good. Well, good on you, Terry. You're a bloody good Kiwi.
Absolutely.
Anything you want to add about yourself there, Jace, before we go to the song?
No, mate. We're just
Anything else you
Go to
did
the song.
towards...
To keep my hands on myself.
Welcome back to Daily Bhuja. I see our good mate Chris Cheney, who, of course, we interviewed not long ago here on our radio station, doing something with the Rock, Lee Hart. I don't know how you guys feel about this, but I'm beginning to wonder, in terms of our guests and so forth, that we have some sort of exclusivity kind of scenario
I
happening.
think we've got to be careful that we don't really have many guests as it is.
Well, that's what I mean. So that, whoever
Plus,
agrees.
I think if anyone had exclusivity, it was that other radio station, and we just happened to.
Oh, did we cut their cheese, as it were?
Yeah, in a nutshell.
Right. Okay.
Yeah,
'Cause
I
it
know
just
for a
feels
fact
like
that he enjoyed coming on the show a lot more, though.
than he did than going on the Rock. That's what I mean.
A mate at the Rock told me that and said, he enjoyed this one a lot more. But that's, God, who are we to say?
Well, I don't think anyone at the Rock actually could have a jam with him like you could.
I ended up having a jam with him, and now he wants me to maybe help out with the new album.
I just feel that a lot of people sometimes, and particularly other radio shows, listen to our show and hear our guests and say, can you get the guest that was on Daily Bhuja?
Yeah.
And I'm wondering if we can be in a situation where we could go, no, they're exclusively on Daily Bhuja and they're not on anyone else.
Yeah, you've got to be careful with that, because I don't want to really restrict the guests' careers and stuff, if they're promoting an album.
I guess so, yeah.
But, for example, if I'd be bloody annoyed if Sam Neill went on The Rock, for example, before coming on here.
Yeah. Well, particularly given the huge amount of work we've put in terms of getting Sam Neill on the show, you know what I mean?
The man hours.
The
We
man
spent
hours.
The dollars.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not going to blame Sam Hunt for the financial situation of Daily Bhuja, but
Hunt or Sam
almost.
Neill?
Sam Neill,
Yeah.
sorry. Actually, Sam Hunt would be a great interview.
I've tried to get him as well.
What did he say? He's not keen. I'd love to get Sam to
I
spout
was
out a
waiting
few
to hear what
poets.
Sam Neill's like and how that goes first. So.
Oh, okay. Okay, well, it was just a thought, but I suppose you're right. We don't want to limit other artists' careers by saying they can only go on our radio show.
And that jam I did with Chris Cheney is on the Bhuja Facebook page.
Is it?
Check it out. He's a good guitarist, man.
We could try and
Trust
get
me.
we could try and get Dick Cheney on.
That would be good.
Well, you see, if we got Dick Cheney on, I would demand that was an exclusive. Because I can guarantee you, if we got Dick Cheney on the show, everyone would have Dick Cheney.
Well, it's probably easier getting Dick Hubbard.
Yeah, he'd be on. What's it called?
ZB.
No, the TV shows at night. They'd be
The
on
Project.
The Project.
Dick Hubbard wouldn't come on the show, Matty, not after Lee's suggesting that he might have been responsible for JFK assassination.
Well, until he proves otherwise, I don't want him on the show.
I thought
Right,
that was
okay.
Michael Hill Jeweler.
Well, and him.
Well, we were going to
I
have...
reckon there was more than one shooter. One on the grassy knoll and one on the other building.
And who would ever guess that it would be two Kiwis? Eh?
Two semi-high profile Kiwis.
Exactly.
Well, they wouldn't have been then.
Well, they were about to become high profile.
Exactly. Well, you don't know what Lee Harvey Oswald would have gone on. He might have gone on to become a jeweler or a mayor of some town too.
A serial magnate.
Had he not got caught.
Indeed. Hey, plenty more coming up after 6. You're listening to Daily Bhuja. Third Eye Blind there on Radio Hodeki. How's your Friday going, by the way, New Zealand? Text us 3483.
Bloody good question, Jace.
Thanks, mate.
It would have been a stupid question on any other day, of
It
course.
would have
but
been, yeah.
Today, great question. Just look at the text.
Oh, you could ask someone how their Wednesday was going. You know what I mean? Or their Monday.
Well, not
it
on
might
a Friday, you wouldn't.
Well, no, you wouldn't ask them how their
Well, that's what I mean.
Friday's going. Oh, okay.
It's great how you tailored the question for the day, is what I'm saying.
Oh, thank you.
Just looking at the text here, a lot of they're tailored for the day. Having a great Friday, having a few beers, good on you. In the sun in Christchurch, having a couple.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Okay, and
Having a few changies on the changy.
yeah, on the Changs.
Yeah.
Woo! Good stuff. Oh, here's
How
one.
do you have a Changi on the Changi? Is that on the?
Well, you get on the Changies if you have a few Changies.
But they're physically on the Changi having Changis.
They might be sitting on a box of changies, maybe. I don't know.
good.
Yeah, you could be
I mean,
sitting on-
texts sometimes,
Well,
don't
they
always
mean-
make a lot of sense.
Maybe
Matt.
they mean the Waikato River.
Or they could be on the Waka Changi,
Yeah, maybe.
the Wakatumba. The old
you were
lady,
saying about the
old
text,
misty
Leonard.
old lady.
You were talking about the text?
Oh yes, it's interesting. I was
Yeah.
going to save this for Monday's show.
Okay, I'm seeing it as well. Go for it.
Okay, shall I read the Latin part at the beginning? I don't know if I can pronounce that.
Labero, laboras, laborat.
Cerebus paribus.
Labraci
Firmita et fidelita.
Purmartana
Carpe diem.
Escorte Carmed.
No, probably skip the Latin part.
Okay, so it's basically saying, hi fellas, really love the show, top-notch stuff, enjoying it from the Vatican, where we live stream it. Must be an iHeart Radio, I suppose.
Yeah.
We often sit around and listen to your show early in the mornings, because obviously of the
time difference. Yeah, that makes sense.
Your conversation seems to touch people in many different ways, bringing people together from all nations, from all over the world, creeds, cultures, and religions. Keep up the damn fine work. Pope Francis, who I presume is the current Pope.
Yeah, he
Because
is.
of that Vatican reference, that
Yeah, he
would put
is.
him there in the Vatican. They must listen to it early in the morning over there because of the time zone
Yeah.
difference.
Mate, I'll be honest with you. Ordinarily, to get a text from the Pope, I'd be stoked. And I think you'd be a fool not to be. But given the recent revelations within the church, I'm kind of... I don't know about you guys. I'm slightly indifferent to it, to be honest.
And especially with that line there, really enjoy how you're touching people all over the world. That for me was a little bit of
Certainly not the way they've been accused.
it had a different kind of connotation to me.
Yeah.
I mean, that felt like it came from my old woodwork teacher,
Yeah.
not the Pope. You know what I'm saying? I'm feeling a little bit uncomfortable at the moment about that. We'll print it out anyway,
Yeah, well,
laminate it, stick
well,
it with the others.
How do you
but
think the altar boys felt?
there you go.
Well, do you want to laminate it? I mean, we could just print it out. I mean,
Well, you don't know. History will judge how good that email, that text was. Okay, and I'd rather wait and see what happens with the Catholic Church even survives. It's an historic document at least.
yeah, well, let's not put it on the Facebook page at this point, all right?
No, I won't put it on the facey, but we'll print it out and put it in the archives with the Nelson Mandela email and the one from the Dalai Lama. We presume it's Dalai Lama. D Lama might have been Dave Lama, but I think it was
it's
the Dalai Lama.
I think the Dalai Lama is D Lama. Should we go into the Foo Fighters?
Yeah.
What is truth but a dirty black cloud coming out of the blue? Just like heaven.
Yes, indeed. The Cure there on this Friday afternoon.
Didn't you have some Cure yesterday on your best of?
Yes, I did actually.
Did you?
Boys Don't Cry. I thought I'd go for a slightly more uplifting one there. Generally speaking, the Cure can be a bit sort of dark on it, so I thought I'd go for a bit of a sort of springtime Cure number. Yeah. Now listen, I'm seeing here, Tom's left a couple of notes about radio awards.
We just got to sign off that we're happy to be considered on there. Apparently, we've been voted the radio show most requested at wakes, post-crematorium funerals.
That doesn't surprise me at all, actually.
Yeah.
Given how much we talk about funerals.
I think we help people deal with death quite well.
Incidentally, I need to ask you about a funeral very shortly, but carry on. Are there other awards?
It's only crematorium funerals, apparently.
Crematoriums, not actual...
Not the
burials.
Not the burials, mainly.
Okay.
Because the crematorium funerals, they normally go straight from the crematorium straight through to the refreshment room. So I think we're great. We help that transition quite nicely.
Yeah, I can see that.
Also, show most likely to benefit... Yeah, here we go. Yeah, this makes sense. We've been voted the show most likely to benefit if it had some more budget spent on it.
No argument here.
Bigger beer budget.
I'd actually sign up for that right now.
Ironically, the next one...
And it's not a show that benefits, it's the people that benefit.
Well, that's it.
You know
in
what
the
I mean?
long run.
Yeah.
But also...
No, but you wanted to buy that gold microphone, didn't you?
Yeah, the problem here is it kind of offset by this award. Show least likely to be affected by funding cuts.
Yeah.
So obviously you're running in a real sweet
Well,
spot.
that's because we make do with what we have, generally speaking. That's not to say we don't want more, it's just that we make do with what we have, like good Kiwis do.
Show most listened to if you're trapped in a mine shaft.
Right, okay. Yep. Well, you want to keep your spirits up in that situation, you know what I mean?
You want to know the news.
You want to know what's going on, what's happening on the sport front.
Wouldn't you struggle to get reception?
Oh, possibly, but I don't think...
I think it's hypothetical. I mean,
I don't
details
think you don't get into the technicalities of it, man.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Anyway, I'm happy to be... we'll certainly be taking a couple of those home.
Listen,
come award
just
season.
on the funeral front, I meant to ask, how did your uncle's online funeral go?
Interesting. Yeah. A lot of people, the problem with an online funeral, a lot of people, they don't take it as seriously as actually sort of being there.
Yeah, you got people eating and stuff, and and watching other stuff on their phones,
And they're
that sort of
liking
thing.
things that they shouldn't be liking. When he
I
actually,
wondered if that would happen, actually.
well, what do you do? Because when the casket, the body went into the furnace,
Yes.
a whole lot of people started liking it
Right, okay.
to show that they're watching, and all of a sudden, you're liking that?
That's not the
You're
message you want to
liking
be sending.
This person getting combusted, but what they meant, because there isn't a thing that says, thoughts are with you. It just says, So little things like that.
You see,
It just-
technology can't cover everything, Lee Hart. That's the point I think we're making. You know what I mean? And there's
then
nothing like face-to-face contact in these situations.
And other people are going things like, "Hi, sorry to hear about your loss. Sorry to hear about your loss. Thoughts are with you. Regards, Pam. Yeah, thoughts are with you, Trish." And then some guy goes, "Anyone got a starter motor for a tractor?" Blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
Halfway through the feed.
Well, I know that you were worried that it was going to turn into an online dating scenario as well.
That's what
and, you
happens, because once one person
breaks the fourth wall.
Yeah, make comments on the starter motor for this Massey Ferguson tractor, a whole new thread starts.
Yeah.
To the side of the funeral of people wanting other sort of parts, and it's to be honest, a bit of a debacle.
Distracting.
When I go, I don't want to go online with it. I'd rather just have a straight funeral.
Old school.
Yeah,
Good stuff.
Straight.
mate.
Oh, right.
I
Here's
don't mean when I
Silverchair.
say straight. I don't mean
Here's Silverchair.
Tell me you don't want.
Here's Silverchair. Here's Silverchair.
silver chair. Here it is.
Imagine Dragons, their natural.
Is that a new one? Is it?
Yeah, I think it is
Prove
a new
it.
one.
How do we know it's new?
Is that new, Matt?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just because it says it's new.
Well, it's because we didn't used to play it a couple of weeks ago.
Right.
Compared to other songs, which we.
I just want to be a little bit more accountable on this show.
Yeah,
for
so
what
do
we
I.
say. I don't want to just speak rubbish all the time. If it's new, sure, we'll say it's new. If it's not, I want to damn well know if it's not.
If you've been playing it for 6 months, that to me is a cut-off point. It's not new anymore. Okay?
I'd say 6 weeks.
6 weeks is enough of a time slot to say it's new. Beyond that, it's not new.
Yeah.
All right?
It's pretty new.
If we want people to start taking us seriously on the station, or continue, taking us seriously, they're going to have to trust what we say. And if we say it's 10 to 6 and it's 12 minutes to 6, well, who are they going to believe? If we say it's new, it better be new. I'm going to stand by the ads we have, the weather, every aspect of the show. Carry on.
Well, as I mentioned earlier in the Bloody Good Kiwi, you know, the grain of sand theory, Lee Hart, you let one thing loosen off, like the ads, for example. It'd be very easy for us to be doing this radio show and pay no attention to the ads whatsoever.
Yeah.
It'd be very easy.
Just tune out.
It would be very easy for the people listening to the show to completely tune out while the ads are on. But what we do is we go through the ads and we say to the people making the ads, people are still listening to this. You've got to make it worthwhile for them. I don't want some half-assed ad in the middle of our top radio show.
You might be surprised, but people actually listen to these ads.
Yeah.
Pick up your game.
What's the correlation between the ads and a grain of sand?
Well, the grain of sand theory being that, you know, in terms of changing the world, you can do it a grain of sand at the time. But in terms of things,
more like the butterfly effect, isn't it? The small change here.
In terms of affecting the show, letting things go just a grain of sand at a time, you're going to get a landslide the other way, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And all of a sudden, you're doing a terrible radio show.
Yeah.
And God forbid we ever do that.
I know damn well our listeners don't tune out during the ads.
No.
So I don't expect that we will. I'll sit here and I'll listen to every damn one of them.
Well, not only will you sit there and listen to them, you'll go through the ads with the people that are making the bloody ads.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've lost me.
Speaking of which, we go to
So
some
is it
ads.
a new song or what?
No, we're going to ads now.
Oh, okay. Well, if we're going to ads, I might go grab a beer then. You want one? Yeah. Sweet.
Basically said it was none of their business, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bit of Stone Temple Pilots there. See, they've got a new lead singer again.
Have they?
Yeah.
Okay. Anyone we know?
He was on X Factor or American Idol a few years back, apparently.
Right, okay.
Pretty good. Obviously, they've lost a couple of big names in the last few years, that band. But,
Speaking of
there you go.
pretty good, Lee Hart, a new show on Radio Hodaki tomorrow afternoon, I believe it is.
Jeff
the new,
Gutt, I think.
The new drive show with our one and only Loba de Noche.
Oh yeah, myself and Shuey Louie.
Shuey Louie?
Shuey Louie
Yeah.
and Loba de Noche.
Yeah, 3 o'clock tomorrow afternoon.
and she wanted to do a show with you.
Yeah. Well,
Or she'd been
naturally.
told that she'd been made to do it.
No, she requested it. She was like, who'd do a great bloody show is myself, Shuey Louie, and Matt Ward, a.k.a. The Night Wolf, a.k.a. Lobo de Noche.
You obviously know Jason and I can't do it because we're flat out during the week doing this.
But having said that,
don't
Matt,
think-
what I will say, and what I've noticed with Shuey Louie in the studio, she's been in quite a few times, there's a real chemistry there between the two of you.
Yeah, well, we can.
And you'll certainly be trying to factor that into the new show. What's the theme? What's the premise of the show? Obviously, the premise of the Bhuja show is factual information all the time.
Is it?
Keep it fast, keep it real.
I didn't know you needed a premise for a drive show.
I think you need some kind of premise, don't you? Keep the
Oh,
what's
absolutely,
your
yeah.
premise? I mean, there's going to be a chemistry there.
Well, could
do,
be
you,
that-
do you talk about relationships?
Well,
do you?
it's sort of Saturday afternoon where everyone's been going all week going, I'll have a quiet one. But then all of a sudden, it's 4 p.m. I'm listening to Hodaki. They're having a beer. God, I feel maybe it should be called the Danger Zone.
Well, people will be hungover, won't they? a lot of
Sure.
them?
On
well-
Saturday afternoon.
Yeah.
Well, not if they didn't go out on Friday. Or if they're...
What if they went out Friday, they're hungover?
I mean, I don't think you want to make that the focus of your show necessarily, but I know what you're trying to do there is name the vibe that's going to be happening. Yeah, okay.
Or if someone's pushed the boat out for a bit of a 2-day bender,
yeah.
they're definitely going to be
So
going
you're
out.
catering for people who are building up, perhaps for a big Saturday.
Or continuing on from a
Or
big Friday.
continuing, a bit
Yeah.
like our Tuesday show.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to tune into that, Matty.
Please do.
It's going to be sensational, I'm
Please
sure.
do.
Very
is.
interesting to see the chemistry. I mean, I might actually hang around actually, if you don't mind. Might pop in and sit
No,
in.
I think you might get in the way of the
Might
chemistry
ruin
if
the-
you do that.
Might ruin the vibe.
Oh, if I'm in the B studio just through the glass there.
I mean,
looking.
and then Shuey Louie might be tempted to have another Shuey. You know what I mean?
I think, yeah.
It'd be very
Oh,
distracting.
maybe if you bring a show in for Shuey Louie, but she might be sitting in your seat.
I might just leave it here for her.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Pour it on the Friday night into your shoe,
Into your brogue.
and then
Well, look, all the best with that. How about the music? What sort of music are we going to be having?
Don't know. I have to have a look at that, but I'm probably going to change up a lot. I'm joking because
All
I
right,
know
there's
that
a brand new show. Does it have a proper name yet? Oh, there's an opportunity. Check
Shuey
it right
Louie
through.
and the Wolf.
Shuey Louie and the Wolf.
Shuey Louie and the Night Wolf. What's the show going to be
Well,
called?
it can't be Night Wolf now because it's in the afternoon.
Well, I think Mike Lane.
I just think Shuey Louie and the Wolf.
Mike Lane wanted to go with Matt Warden because you can't really refer to yourself as your nickname. You sound like a bit of a dickhead. Hey, it's the Wolf here. Unless you're on Pulp Fiction.
Matt Ward.
Matt Warden Louie. Matt Warden Shuey Louie.
She'd have to be first, though. Her name's
Shuey
first.
Louie and the Wolf. I think Shuey Louie and the Wolf.
I got her in.
Okay.
Shuey Louie and the Wolf.
Well, maybe you can work on that over the.
Kind of sounds like Huey Lewis in the news.
Well,
though.
that's what I mean. Yeah. Oh,
Certainly,
it.
we'll give you some feedback on Monday anyway about it.
That'd be great. Oh, Fatus Fridius. Droppers.
I tell you what, fellas, I'll be honest with you. I'm really looking forward to this weekend.
Yeah.
I'm just going to massively chill out. I'm going to listen to Shuey Louie and the Night Wolf or and the Wolf tomorrow. You know, do a bit of lawns, make a few dips, watch the ruggers. You know, just really chill out this weekend. I just can't wait.
Louisa and the Wolf.
Louisa and the Wolf, sure, that
Louisa
works.
and the Wolf. Hey, it's me, the Wolf. I like it. But
I mean, you don't have to put on a voice. I mean, you still keep your same way. Just because you're called the Wolf doesn't
Just
mean you
act
have
yourself,
to.
mate.
Just
Don't-
be,
you-
yeah.
Don't. You're going to blow it if you try to. If you overcook it.
Yeah,
just,
yeah.
Just try and be cool,
See,
man.
they don't want to
Just
blow
try and
it.
be cool.
Yeah, I just feel like a bit of a
What
knob.
will you be wearing?
Have you thought about what you're going to be wearing
I haven't
tomorrow?
thought about that. No, I thought that was the beauty of radio. You could literally wear anything.
And Louisa, what's she going to be? What way have you talked about
Well,
this?
I've texted her suggesting some things, but
Right,
not
okay.
sure whether those will come to fruition.
So what? You texted her about what she should wear on the show?
Yeah,
Did you?
yeah.
Are you going to be running the cameras during the show?
Dunno. Do you want me to? Do you want us to live stream it?
Oh, I don't want you to. I mean, I'll be just listening on the radio, of course. But
Hmm.
We don't have to run your camera, but you know,
You want me to chuck Louise's camera on? And
if you might, don't know, might help ratings.
what are you doing this weekend, Lee?
I'm off. I've got a few MC kind of things on.
Oh, charity stuff.
Yeah, mainly charity stuff. What else have I got? Nothing worth really.
Talking about? Yeah. Hey, well, I tell you what, New Zealand, it's been great having your company all of this week. Make sure you tune into the Monday show, same time, same place. Lobo de Noche, all the best for the show tomorrow, mate.
Thanks, mate.
It's going to be fantastic. From Lee, myself, and the Night Wolf, you take care out there and Bhuja to you.